Look at this interesting math question, which is 0 raised to power 2 subtract 0 raised to power 0. What answer will you get? So can you solve it without the use of calculator? Try it out and go ahead and drop your answer. Just to make it more interesting, we have three options here. Option A says -1. Option B says undefined. Option C says 0. Which one of these options is correct and which one is wrong? If we are going to pick one answer from these three options that is wrong, it will definitely be 0. Looking at this question again, 0 raised to power 2 simply means 0 multiply 0. And when 0 multiply 0 is still equals to 0. But the confusing question here is this 0 raised to power 0. We are asked not to use a calculator, but if you choose to use a calculator, you are going to make use of this keys. That is this and this. If you press it in your calculator, you're going to have 2 raised to this. That's if you want to press it out using a calculator. And with this as an example, this is how you're going to solve this one. So if you press this 0 raised to power 0 in a calculator, you're going to make use of these keys, such as the way you used to solve this. Remember, in algebra, anything or any number that is raised to the power of 0 is always 1. Let's refresh our memory, because 7 raised to power 0 in algebra is said to be 1. S raised to power 0 is also 1. S, Y, Z raised to power 0. So let's also say that 0 raised to power 0 will also give you 1. You can press your calculator and you find out that also that your calculator will give you 0 raised to power 0 to be equals to 1. So we now end up with 0 subtract 1. Since 0 raised to power 0 in algebra gives us 1. So we end up with this, which is equals to, that is, when 0 subtracts -1, it will still give us -1. Some group of thought or some good thinkers will believe that 0 raised to power 0 is equals to, that is undefined. Thus, they believe that 0 subtract 0, that the whole thing does not make sense to them. And that is correct as well, because that's a little tricky situation with 0 raised to power 0. Maybe the question is a little bit tricky because we need to know how to deal with zeros, especially division of zeros. For examples, if you have 0 divided by 7 and we compare it with 7 divided by 0, this right here, that 0 divided by 7 is equals to 0, while 7 divided by 0, this is clearly undefined because you cannot divide by 0. This makes you know more about 0, especially division by 0, the better you can be in mathematics. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And watch out for other amazing videos that are coming. Thank you.